So, lads, Caitlin Clark right here is working out in the off-season. That's what she's doing this year. She's not playing Unrivaled. She's working out in the off-season. And one thing that working out in the off-season rather than playing games, there are positives and negatives. If you're playing games, your sharpness is going to be there. You're going to be more game sharp. You're going to be more ready for it. It's going to improve your defense. But if you've got, I'm going to say it's some kind of glaring weaknesses in your game, I think an off-season off can be equally as effective, if not more effective. It's how AJ Wilson developed the jump shot. Breanna improved doing it. And with this workout, I have so much, after this workout, I have so much trust in whoever the trainers are in Indiana. Because when it comes to, obviously we've seen it with Angel Reese. We've seen it with her trainer that she has in Chicago. She's working on weird sidestep threes and stuff that she's never going to do in a game. Whereas at least with Kat Copper, it's no, this is what we're doing around the basket. Heck, if she could hire Kat Copper as a personal trainer, that'd be great. But with Caitlin Clark, there were some glaring weaknesses in her offensive game. She was not very good going right. She kind of got people in jail at times, but she struggled with the blitz. And one thing with Caitlin Clark is her stop-start maybe isn't the greatest. She's very good going downhill, but there's none of that kind of in-between game, really. She hit a couple of mid-range shots, but it was a weakness of her game, and the fact that everyone knew the scouting report. So it was look, it's easy to know the scouting report, it's hard to execute it. But she likes to shoot going left, she likes to drive going right. That is literally the scouting report in Caitlin Clark. But let's take a look at this workout footage, and so much trust in these trainers after this. So you can see right here, obviously, right hand. I would have rather seen her go to left hand, working a little bit on the handle. Don't know what this is, but KD does it, so it must be something. Shooting off the right foot with the right hand, working on finishing a left foot off left hand, which I don't think she scored a basket with her left hand last year. Turn around post fades, which she had in Iowa. And seeing just the way she's making, reading and reacting to the defense is a big thing. And you can see on a lot of the dribble moves, a lot of it is obviously he's going through that. But she's reading, see what the defense gives her, uses it, fakes up, post hook, using a left hand behind the back, using her a little bit of contact and going up with the right, and then from here on out you're seeing her going right off screens into the pull-up. Going right off a screen into a pull-up that previous play. And I mean, Christy, I'm sorry, Christy Sides would be so happy. You see this right here? Caitlin Clark shot the long two. That is the high school three-point line. Not a mid-range. Caitlin Clark shot the long two. Christy Sides would be so happy about this shot right here. But it's she shoots the long two this time. Same thing again when the defender gets caught over the top. She crosses over, goes down, just goes off her left foot with her right hand, which makes it extremely difficult to block. Good job. Getting used to coming off those handoffs at pace. And the thing is, last year, her and Leah Boston ran that really well. She wasn't shooting going right. Ever. And that's the thing where it's she looked uncomfortable shooting going right. She looks comfortable. Even in college, she looked uncomfortable going right. You can see it right here. She doesn't look uncomfortable going right anymore, which is big. Coming off that screen, catching it. She also is releasing the ball a little bit less from this side. Obviously, when you're talking about the long threes, she will fling it from the left-hand side of her face. So she's not going to be shooting long threes going right. But if she has it so that she doesn't have to swing the ball completely across her body while going right, it's going to make that jump shot 100 times smoother. It's going to make it 100 times smoother, because now you can no longer, if Aaliyah Boston is setting that screen going right, back last year, the smart teams, they blitzed her going left, and they kind of played a bit of almost drop coverage on her going right to stop the curl. So now you've got, if she can shoot that shot, she becomes nearly unstoppable off those handoffs, especially with what Aaliyah Boston can do, that there. Ball goes into Aaliyah Boston's hands. Aaliyah Boston can hit Caitlin Clark off a fake. Caitlin Clark comes off that, steps into the deep three off the handoff. Good job. Crossing up, side step going right into a deep three. I didn't think she had that one in her. I really didn't. Even after looking at this. So I want to see just where the ball gets right, just gets raised. So you see here, she takes the dribble. The ball's there on the right-hand side of her body, and she's actually kind of shooting. When she's going right, she's shooting from here. As somebody who Again, like you see it with your Kevin Durant's, your Joe Johnson's back in the day. You saw it with Lonzo Ball, and Caitlin Clark is probably closer to Lonzo than she is them with when she's comfortable releasing the ball from this side. She's a left eye shooter, so she wants the ball here. And the best way to describe like that for people being like, oh, she should always be releasing this side. No, it's like depends on what eye dominant you are. You'll see it with darts players. Right eye dominant darts players will throw from here. Left eye dominant darts players will throw from here. Like it's all about shooting at the end of the day, and trying to force a left eye dominant shooter to naturally shoot from here isn't really going to help too much. But having the ability to shoot from there allows her to pull up going right. It allows her to pull up going right. It allows, and if she still has her step back three from the other side that she can shoot, and it's looking way more comfortable. She's looking 100 times more comfortable going right. And you might be saying, oh, but like it's just shooting threes. But it's like, yeah, but if you have to guard her from 30 feet and you have to guard her left and right, she's so good going downhill to her right that if you are now blitzing screens or if you are pushing up too far on her on the right, she can now curl. She has that ability to curl, or if you're blitzing a screen with Leah Boston, the short roll, if you blitz early, she can escape dribble, hit a Leah Boston on that, and now it frees up everything because then you've got her being blitzed 30 feet from the basket. You've now got a 4-on-3 situation with Kelsey Mitchell cut is going to be open almost every time, and if the Kelsey Mitchell cut's not going to be open, Leah Boston hopefully has it in her to kind of pull up, shoot that wide open mid-range shot. Like it makes the team infinitely more dangerous when you have to guard the point guard going left and right from 30 feet. And if she can shoot that coming off the screens, it means she doesn't have to kind of, last year if she was on the left-hand side of the floor, she would have to kind of come off a screen and flare a little bit, and she would end up shooting from deeper. If she can curl off that screen, it makes her even more dangerous because she still has that ability to flare off the pin down on the left-hand side of the floor, but now she can curl. If she has the ability to curl for three, they have to respect that, which again is going to leave the flare open. And if they overplay the flare, she can curl right and she's going to be there, and she can curl to the basket as well. Like, Caitlin Clark doesn't have that many flaws in her offensive game, and it's looking like the trainers are doing everything they can to try almost fix those flaws. Like, we're not seeing Caitlin work on something she's never going to use. We're looking at Caitlin working on stuff that she didn't do that well last season. Look, I still think Caitlin Clark is the best offensive player in basketball, or in women's basketball. But like, it's obvious that there were weaknesses. There was that inability to shoot going right. There was, the inability to really finish going left. And the fact that I've always said this, where it's like, Caitlin Clark has had major flaws, but at the stuff she was good at, she was the best in the league at. So obviously, all of that coming together made her, in my opinion, the best player in the league. But at the same time, like, we're now looking at a training staff that's doing everything to cover those flaws and cover the most needed flaws to be fixed straight away. Now it's just teach her how to get around a screen. That's definitely White's job. But anyway, I'll see you guys.